So I showed you this. It is not by any means a full and complete analysis of everything that happened. We're going to struggle to do that. We're going to work all weekend trying to gather more and more footage. But what it does do is it does, I hope, raise questions about the fairness of what you're seeing on television and in the newspapers. I mean, there's plenty of evidence that Antifa and left-wing groups were leading this in order to damage the reputation of President Trump, in order to do what they could to affect what was going on with the Electoral College, particularly since 4 states had just the night before submitted letters saying that they were convinced that the count in their state was inaccurate, false, and fraudulent, and that they wanted the vice president, president of the Senate, to return those to them so that they could do the proper forensic audit, so that within 10 days they could return an accurate number. And some of them went so far as to say they wanted to decertify Biden. That happened the night before, or maybe some of it even the day before. And at this point, we had Democrats in panic. Who planned this? How was it planned? Sure wasn't planned by the Trump campaign. And the major protagonists here sure were not members of the Trump campaign. And we have video evidence that the Trump people did everything they could to prevent this, at least in 2 major incidents. And it seemed that the witnesses, the prevailing number of witnesses, had that point of view. So when people tell you, oh, Trump caused it, this was planned before the riot. There's plenty of evidence that the Trump people tried to prevent these people from engaging in violence. There's plenty of evidence that there were Antifa people there and other left-wing radicals who were well-trained in doing this because they were doing it all summer with very, very little criticism from Joe Biden and Harris and all of the pontificators now who are lying because they leave these facts out. This is what we exist for. This is what common sense exists for. We need things like common sense. Because if we didn't have common sense and 10 or 12 other podcasts and a couple of networks here and there, we'd become a country in which we had no free press at all. We have to go around the Iron Curtain to get you this information. You will not hear this information in the Democrat-dominated, government-dominated, big business-dominated press, which has now become just a mouthpiece of Joe Biden. Now you have the facts. You'll have plenty more next week. Thank you very much.